feel like I'm back in fucking algebra. I feel like I'm back in fucking algebra.
Over the rainbow only adds on an additional 2
Doing a lot of
A-presses to the run,
calculations.
since the first A-press just leeches off of a previous A-press. So to capture this phenomenon, we call it 2.5 A-presses. On a single star basis, you'd round that up to 3, but in a full game run, you'd round it down to 2. So, in conclusion, since that first A-press counts in some contexts, but adds no additional A-presses in other contexts, we refer to it as a half A-press. So, going back to the video, you can see that I start the level with the A button already held, as indicated in the bottom left corner.
Right.
And so in the full game run, this A-press will just leech off of a previous one, and so it won't incur an additional A-press. Okay, glad that's explained.
Okay.
Now, what am I doing in the video?
So it's a
Here,
half A-press.
I'm using a trick called Scuttlebug Transportation. You see, like most enemies, Scuttlebugs have a home, which is just a point in 3D space, and they'll patrol a certain radius around that point.
That makes sense.
So, if Mario enters that radius,
they'll
lunge at him to attack.
Right.
But unlike most other enemies, a Scuttlebug's home can change positions, because if a Scuttlebug bumps into Mario, the Scuttlebug's home will update to where the Scuttlebug was when the collision occurred. So, by strategically luring the Scuttlebug to the edge of its radius...
This game, this game came out, it was for kids. By the way, this was a game for kids. This is not a game for adults, it's a game for kids, so kids can understand and, play the game.
And bumping into it, we can effectively transport the Scuttlebug and its home. So, that's what I'm doing here.
So, yeah, he's getting relocated.
That we can't actually transport a Scuttlebug to outside of its native room. They actually get stuck at the door. So, if your dream was to bring all the Scuttlebugs together for one big jamboree, I'm sorry, but it's not going to happen. Also worth noting is that Scuttlebugs will actually disappear if they walk into a wall while too far below their current home. So I do have to be careful to avoid that. It's pretty weird if you've never seen it before, but I'm pretty sure they did it so that if a Scuttlebug jumps into a hole, it wouldn't just walk around down there. Anyway, I'm transporting the Scuttlebug to the corner right below the Watch for Rolling Rock Star, because next I do a trick called Scuttlebug raising.
What?
And here's how it works. On the left, I show a bird's eye view of the scene, and on the right, I show a view from the side.
Okay.
Now, when Mario leaves the Rolling Rocks room, the Scuttlebug deactivates.
Does he reset?
That's because the room and everything in it are only active when Mario's in the room, or standing in a small region right outside the door, indicated here in yellow. So, if Mario isn't in the Rolling Rocks room or in the yellow region, then the room will be completely black, and everything in the room will be invisible and won't move. Conveniently, this allows us to raise the Scuttlebug by performing the following steps. First, Mario enters the Scuttlebug's radius. Although the Scuttlebug is invisible and can't move around, it can still turn towards Mario and activate a lunge. Then, Mario leaves the radius and the Scuttlebug turns.
But what about the lunge?
Mario enters the yellow region to activate the Scuttlebug. The Scuttlebug will perform the lunge that it started, but cleverly, we have Mario exit the yellow region right when the Scuttlebug is at the peak of its trajectory, thereby deactivating it so it won't fall down. And finally, since
so it's up in the air.
Past its home, it turns around to face its home. Now, we've gotten all the height we could out of the Scuttlebug.
So they had to reposition him.
So that's no problem, because we can just activate another lunge by repeating this procedure. Activate a lunge while the Scuttlebug is deactivated, reactivate the Scuttlebug just for the upwards portion of its trajectory, and then repeat. As simple as
so he's going like half and then half, like half and then half and then half again. But why?
That's what I do here, and I have a second screen to show it from the Scuttlebug's perspective. Fortunately, the Scuttlebug's radius isn't a sphere, but a cylinder that extends up and down infinitely. So really, no matter how high the Scuttlebug gets, we can continue to enter its area and activate its lunges and move it upwards. There's no limit to how high we can raise it. Now, it's worth noting that I only activate the Scuttlebug while I'm not inside its radius, so the Scuttlebug will always lunge towards its home and not towards Mario. This causes the Scuttlebug to effectively travel straight up above its home. But alternatively, I could have activated the Scuttlebug while inside of its radius, and in that case, the Scuttlebug would always lunge towards Mario instead of towards its home. So it would actually make its way towards the door, and then
that would make sense.
It's actually a little faster, because we wouldn't have to wait for the Scuttlebug to turn back towards its home before each activation. However, wouldn't work for what we're doing because we need the scuttlebug to be right next to our lower goal. In fact,
True, guys, true.
A misalignment.
Yep.
Basically, in the game's code, there's a discrepancy between the way the game handles collision checking with floors versus walls. This results in a one-way where Mario can get under the floor without being pushed away by the walls. And if Mario's less than 79 meters under the floor, so that'll be important later for getting up there. Anyway, now it's time.
Is this going to be on the test?
I need a lot of speed. So to get that speed, we're going to call hyper speed walking. Here's how it works.
There's another trick.
You probably already know that there are some slopes in the game that are too steep to stand on.
Right.
Mario just slides off of them.
Yes.
But did you know that you actually can stand on these slopes if they're submerged in shallow water? In fact, the underwater portion of these slopes has a special property. If you try running uphill on them, you'll end up running backwards and increasing speed with no but in most circumstances, this would cause us to end up in the water before building up any real speed. We can get a little more speed by running nearly parallel to the slope, but ever so slightly uphill. But eventually the slope runs out, or we move too fast to round the corner.
Yes.
But there are some ways to have Mario walk while staying in place. For example, if there's a wall perpendicular to the slope, then we can use that. That allows Mario to build up quite a bit of speed before he breaks through. However, if the wall isn't perpendicular to the slope, then we end up sliding down into the water. That's because walls are really just rectangles that push Mario out.
I do
Mario
that.
moves into the water. The game will calculate his intended next position. Then the wall will push that position out, and then Mario ends up having a net movement along the wall. So ultimately, he'll end up moving into the water. So, is all hope lost? Well, no. We figured out that we could actually make use of the gate. You see, the bottom of the gate is a ceiling, and the game doesn't like putting Mario too close to the area right under a ceiling, because it doesn't think it fits. So, if we have Mario move backwards into the ceiling, the game will choose not to move him, so we're free to build up speed in place. But not infinite speed, because we'd end up breaking free if our speed moved past the gate. So what do? We turn to redirect our speed out of bounds. Notice that we now have enough speed so that our intended next position is past the wall and out of bounds. And since the game doesn't like placing Mario out of bounds, it doesn't move him, and instead just lets him stay in place, just like the ceiling. But unlike the ceiling, out of bounds goes on forever, so we can essentially build up as much speed as we want without having to worry about breaking free. So now I do just that. Open the gate, use the ceiling of the gate to build up some speed.
So he's building speed already.
The rest. Now, you're probably wondering what I built speed for. After all, I do build up speed for 12 hours. But to answer that, we need to talk about parallel universes. And if you thought my other tangents were complicated, just you wait. Okay, so Mario's position is a floor.
Bro, this is what a parallel universe. Where are we going? Oh my god, bro, it's a 12-hour trip. What is this? This is a kid's game. What the fuck? We're talking about physics.
Floating point number, but it's converted to a short when the game uses it to test for collision with floor triangles. In other words, Mario's position can basically be any decimal number, but it's converted between negative 32,768 and positive 32,767 inclusive. So any fractional portion is truncated, and numbers too big or too small are moved into this range using the modulo operator. Graphically, that means that the position used for floor detection is always inside of this box. So if Mario's in that box, then his actual position and the position used for floor detection are the same, albeit maybe off by a single fraction due to the truncation. But if Mario leaves that box, then his actual position and the position used for floor detection will separate, since the position used for floor detection will just loop back around to remain in the original box. So now here's the course. So if Mario is standing way over here where there's no land, but the position used for floor detection is on land, can he stand over here?
Yes.
The answer is yes. As far as the game sees it, Mario is in fact above land over here because the game actually checks for land over here. So, for all intents and purposes, there is essentially land over here, a copy of the original map. And this is what we call a parallel universe, or a PU. and this applies to every one of these boxes.
Whoa,
so there's actually a grid of nearly infinite PUs. Here is a to-scale diagram of the PU grid. As you can see, the PUs are actually pretty far apart, but I'll be taking some creative liberties and drawing them closer together for the sake of clearer visuals. Now, PUs aren't as glamorous as you might think. The graphics are only found on the original map, so the PUs are completely invisible. Furthermore, PUs have no objects, like elevators or item blocks, no enemies, no items, like coins or stars, and not even any walls. So really, it's pretty barren. Furthermore, the N64 console will crash if you go to a PU and let the camera follow you. But luckily, we can avoid that crash by fixing the camera in place on the original map before leaving it. Though, that does make it even harder to tell what's going on in the PUs. So, as you just saw, you can travel to a PU if you have enough speed.
So he has to go to a parallel universe with his camera locked in place, and just by memory, speedrun the parallel universe of the map. What is this?
But it's not as simple as you might think. If you have just enough speed to reach the PU one over, it won't actually work. That's because the game actually checks if Mario is above land at each quarter step of his movement. That means the simplest PU movement is moving over 4 PUs at once. That way, each quarter step is above land and therefore valid.
So he has
For simplicity,
so he's walking over four different... Oh my...
Call this quadruple PU distance 1 QPU. Now, up until this point, I've been glossing over a very important detail, which I now need to clear up. What if I told you the distance Mario moves isn't necessarily equal to his speed? For example, look how fast Mario moves at 31 speed on this flat slope, and now compare it to how fast he moves at the same speed on this steeper slope. In both cases, he has about the same speed, but clearly he's moving at different rates. The distance Mario moves is only a portion of his actual speed, and this portion depends on the slope of the ground. The steeper the slope, the smaller this portion is.
That makes sense.
That it only depends on the
Okay, I understand. All right. Now I understand this graph. Okay, guys, like this graph makes sense. I get it. Guys, I think I'm understanding this.
Whether Mario's facing uphill, downhill,
absolutely.
In these visuals, blue will represent Mario's actual speed, and green will represent the portion of it that he moves, which we call Mario's de facto speed. So in these three pictures, Mario has the same speed, but he has different de facto speeds since he's standing on slopes with different steepnesses. So if we want to move 1 QPU, it's not sufficient to have QPU speed. We need QPU de facto speed, which often means our actual speed will need to be greater than 1 QPU to compensate. So to reiterate, we need to increase our speed until our de facto speed syncs up with 1 QPU. And the speed needed to do this is called the sinking speed. So in this diagram, the blue arrow represents the sinking speed. When we have that speed, the quarter steps of the de facto speed sync up with the PUs, and we can move. Now, what I'm showing here is just the lowest, or first sinking speed, aka the speed to move exactly 1 QPU. If we increase our speed, eventually our de facto speed would sync up again when it covers a distance of 2 QPU, and so we'd be able to move at that speed, which is 2 times as fast as before. So in general, any multiple of the lowest sinking speed is itself a sinking speed, and will cover multiple QPU at once. So remember, every slope has a different set of sinking speeds, and this
it's like infinity, like multiple levels of it. Bro, Henry? Bro, imagine how dumb Henry feels right now. Bro, imagine Henry right now watching this fucking video. This makes perfect sense. You ready to do this? Yeah. Bro, like Henry, like, I feel like he probably is never gonna make another comment on YouTube again.
This can make routing tricky. For example, in the video where I do PU movement to reach the secret aquarium, I had to traverse several different slopes. First, this slope that I used for hyperspeed walking, then this slope at the edge of the water, then the flat ground of the castle foyer, then the castle stairs, which is really a steep ramp, and then the flat ground of the upstairs. And note that the stairs you see there are actual stairs and not a ramp, so they're just flat ground. Here is a graph showing the sinking speeds for each of these slopes, and so these are the speeds I need in order to have PU movement while standing on each of these slopes. Naturally, the steeper slopes have greater sinking speeds. Now, keep in mind that I can only build up speed while I'm
like,
on.
this isn't like a troll, right? Like, this is not like some bullshit at the very end of it, he says, yeah, I can't believe you believed all this. Like, this is actually, like, this is, like, real... Okay, so, alright, it's a real... It's a... Okay, alright, it's a real thing. Got it.
A hyperspeed walking slope.
I was worried
Once
about that.
I leave it, I can't generate any more speed, so my speed will only decrease from there. So to successfully perform this PU route, I better have generated enough speed to meet each slope's sinking speed in turn. For example, let's say I build up enough speed to reach the first possible sinking speed, and I use that to go to the next slope. Then I could let my speed drop until I reach this slope's sinking speed, go to the next slope, let my speed drop again until I reach this slope's sinking speed, go to the next slope, but then I have a bit of a problem. I have less than the required sinking speed and no way to gain any more. So is this route just impossible? Well, no, because these are just these slopes' first sinking speeds. But remember, any multiple of these will work as well. So now let's factor in each slope's second sinking speed as well. These speeds allow Mario to move 2 QPU at once instead of 1. So now, if I instead build up enough speed to reach the second sinking speed of that first slope, then I'll actually have enough speed to meet each sinking speed in turn and complete the route. And if that didn't work, we could have considered each slope's third sinking speed and so on until we did get it to work. However, which sinking speed we need to reach initially is kind of a big deal, because reaching that first sinking speed takes about 12 hours, and reaching that second sinking speed takes about 25 hours. So if there's a way to use a lower sinking speed initially, then that's a 12-hour save. How much speed will we need to generate for the Watch for Rolling Rockstar? Well, keep in mind that even with access to unlimited horizontal speed, we don't have any improved vertical mobility. So to get to the top of the course, we need to travel up slopes and ride up elevators. So this will be the basic route. Start on the hyperspeed walking slope, navigate along the path up from the lake, ride up this elevator, ride up this other elevator, make our way onto the amazing emergency exit platform, which is the highest point we can reach, and then launch to the Watch for Rolling Rocks platform. By itself, that still won't be enough height, but the scuttlebug we positioned will provide the extra bounce we need. So this is the graph of...
Oh, I forgot about it. Oh my god.
Что привело тебя сюда?
Oh my god, it's all...
Храни тебя богиня?
Like, it all comes back to the scuttlebug, boys. You thought it was over, it wasn't over. Like, this is just, it's only the beginning.
The sinking speeds of these slopes. Unfortunately, we run into a bit of an issue with the path up from the lake. That area is actually made up of dozens of floor triangles that each have different slopes. But that didn't stop me. After careful observation and scrutiny, I isolated 6 triangles which I named T1 through T6. These triangles have strictly decreasing steepnesses, so we can meet each of their sinking speeds in turn. Additionally, their heights span the entire vertical distance we need to cover to go from bottom to top, without leaving any gaps in between. So, by using the slopes of those 6 triangles, we can complete the blueprint for our route, allowing us to utilize the first sinking speed of that initial slope, so building up speed only takes 12 hours instead of 25. Now, we're almost ready to go back to the video, but there's just some final points I want to make. For example, you don't need to have exactly the sinking speed to traverse PUs. If you have slightly less than the sinking speed, you'll move relatively forwards in the map. If you have slightly more than the sinking speed, you'll move relatively backwards.
That makes sense.
And the further you deviate from the sinking speed, the greater this relative movement will be.
Yes.
Additionally, if you adjust your angle slightly away from the cardinal direction, you can move relatively sideways. But keep in mind that even the smallest possible angle deviation will be magnified over the QPU distance.
Yeah, because the trajectory.
Mario will be sent multiple feet to the side. Now, based off what I've told you, you might think you can only travel multiples of 4 PUs at a time. But that's not actually true.
Why not?
For example, if one of your quarter steps is out of bounds or over a ceiling, then that quarter step will be invalid. And since Mario moves up to but not include...
Oh no. So he's gonna have to find an amount of parallel universes that aligns with the quarter stepping?
including the first invalid quarter step, he can in fact end up stopping prematurely at one of the quarter steps.
Can't let that happen.
Separately, if you change slopes during a quarter step, your de facto speed will change and you'll alter the distance of the next quarter step. And so most likely, it will no longer sync up with a PU and you'll end up stopping on the new slope. Finally, for simplicity, the set of PUs that are multiples of 4 away, we call the QPU grid. And if Mario's on the QPU grid, then we say he's QPU aligned. Remember, moving a multiple of 4 PUs is easy, but moving a different amount requires special conditions like added bounds or changing slopes. So, if you're QPU aligned, it's easy to stay that way. And if you're QPU misaligned, it's easy to stay that way as well. Now, if you become QPU misaligned, you'll need to correct that in order to return to the main map. But that could be difficult if you're not near out of bounds and your sequence of slope changes is predetermined. So, managing your QPU alignment is one of the many challenges of planning a PU route. Okay, so now we're finally ready to resume the main video and watch the PU movement. Just kidding. First I need to explain what these screens are. These extra screens will help you follow along during the PU movement. The standard view is just the view that the game shows, but since I fixed the camera on the main map to prevent the game from crashing, this screen won't tell you very much. The relative view shows where I am in each PU. This is what it would look like if I let the camera follow Mario and if PUs weren't invisible. The relative map also shows where I am in each PU, but from an overhead perspective. And finally, the PU map shows where I am in the PU grid. Okay, so now let's really start. So, as I explained earlier, I navigate up the path from the lake using the 6 triangles I isolated, and I've marked them in the relative map so you can follow along. So basically, I get onto a triangle, let my speed drop until I'm around the sinking speed for that triangle slope, then navigate uphill on the triangle, and then move to the next triangle. Using what I taught you, you should be able to follow along with my movement. For example, I'm able to move relatively backwards because I have slightly more than the sinking speed. Whenever I move sideways, it's because I'm slightly angled away from the cardinal direction. And every time I move from triangle to triangle, my QPU alignment changes. But cleverly, I planned it in such a way that they all cancel out by the end, and I'd end up QPU aligned. So right now, I'm on the 6th triangle, so I do a little zigzag to bring me back towards the main map, as you can see on the PU map screen. Remember, I need to return to the main map in order to access the elevator, since there are no objects in PUs. As you may have noticed right there, the elevator didn't register me until I started kicking. And that's actually the reason why I've been holding A this entire time. By holding A, I can press B.
I forgot. Oh my god, I forgot all about A. Oh my god, I forgot about A. Holy shit. Jesus, those are that, bro, what?
To do these little kicks. Without these kicks, I go through the elevator, but with the kicks, I can ride it up to gain precious height. Okay,
bro,
so now
Henry
we're
must
closing
be
in
feeling
on the
really
end.
stupid right now.
The final movement I do will be a kick onto the amazing emergency exit platform, then turn and launch myself towards the Scuttlebug. That movement will bring me 10 PU to the right and 3 PU down, but since I want to end up on the main map, I reverse that displacement and so position myself 3 PU up and 10 PU left. While doing that, I simultaneously position myself in the correct relative part of the map to make the movement work. Okay, now don't blink. And there we go. By bouncing on the Scuttlebug and ground pounding in the misalignment, I achieved just enough height to get onto the Rolling Rocks platform. Here, I show an abridged version of the Scuttlebug race and their movement. While doing that, I simultaneously position myself in the correct relative part of the map to make the movement work. Okay, now don't blink. And there we go. By bouncing on the Scuttlebug and ground pounding in the misalignment, I achieved just enough height to get onto the Rolling Rocks platform. Here, I show an abridged version of the Scuttlebug raising, in case earlier's viewing was too choppy to follow. As you can see, the Scuttlebug moves back and forth above its home. At the end, you can see I do 2 special raisings purely to move him sideways and closer to the corner, since he ended up being too far away for the bounce to work. And here, I show an alternate angle of the final PU movement. The Scuttlebug actually became active once I entered the PU version of this room, so I really only had a handful of frames to get over here before he fell too far. And there you have it. Watch for Rolling Rocks done in 0.5 A presses. Man, I did not expect this video to become 25 minutes long when I started commentating, but I guess there was just that much to explain. Hopefully, you were able to follow along with my explanations and visuals, learn something new, and had an enjoyable experience. So, Thanks for watching.
I gotta lay down. Guys, I gotta lay down. Like, I gotta do something. Like, like, what the fuck? Like, how does this even happen? Like, how does anybody figure this shit out? How does anybody even know this? Like, what the fuck? This is insane, man. This is absolutely fucking insane. I don't even know what to say. This is crazy. Bro, Henry, like, has anybody ever been owned as much as Henry did in this video? Like, has it ever even happened? Like, I don't even know.
An A-press.
Like, I don't even know if this is possible to happen. I have no idea if this is even possible for it to happen. Like, how could a person like this ever get owned? Like, nobody can ever be owned this way ever again. There's too much. Where, like, whenever I was confused, I saved select world music and I would play. I legitimately believe it's one of the greatest videos on YouTube. TJ Henry has been awfully quiet ever since this dropped. Show your friends this whenever they're high. Revolutionized with a virtual multiverse because you don't want to let go of a button. Henry just wanted to have an opinion, and that's what you get. That's what you fucking get. If you want to have an opinion, that's what you fucking get. Yeah, Henry got obliterated in every single parallel universe that Mario has ever had. Okay, you understand that? Like, every single parallel universe Henry is owned in. There is no parallel universe that Henry is not owned in. Like, that's it. He's done. He's finished. He's completed. Like, it's over. Like, he's obliterated in all universes. Owned in, yes, owned throughout the entire multiverse. Somebody please check on Henry. I'll link you guys this video if you need to watch it again and, you know, make sure that you didn't miss anything, okay? I know, you know, there's a lot to go through with this, so it might have been easy for you to miss a part of this, but, yeah, the QPU, yes, exactly. Look at Henry's comment. Henry didn't make a comment, did he? There he is. Oh my god. This video showcasing my comment about a half-second A-press, or a half A-press, has caused my channel to be attacked by fans of your videos, asking why I thought what I did. It's actually pretty hilarious. I had not considered that you were doing a full game run. I was wrong, and I didn't understand what that meant. Sorry for my foolishness, and thank you for showcasing just how much Super Mario 64 can be exploited to create one of the most entertaining speedruns of all time. Imagine if he said instead of that, oh, Lion Ted. Oh, there he goes again, making up the bullshit. Yeah, just like, nope, that's not, yeah, right. I'm not gonna watch this whole thing, dude, yeah. Just out of the whole thing, man, yeah, Lion Ted. Oh my god, we all make mistakes, but we can do better. Oh my god, you need to talk about parallel universes. Oh my god, I was wrong. Thank you for the information. Yes, it's like, you know what's so funny? It's like you can't even pretend like you were right. In this situation, you can't even pretend like there was a, look at the editors. You can't even pretend like there is a possibility that there's even a universe in which you could be right. There is literally no parallel universe, and it has been explained thoroughly in the video in which you are right. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. This is unbelievable, man. Like, I love videos like that. I think they're so fucking cool. They are amazing, man. He said, yeah, I should have said, you're such a nerd, dude. Yeah, you're such a nerd, man. I bet you don't even have a girlfriend. And that was it, bro. Like, that's all it needed to be. I honestly don't even know. There's a 2-minute long .q5. No. This is not, like, this is a 2-minute video. I will get a 2-minute video. Then after that, I want to watch something else, okay? My brain is going to explode into a parallel universe.
In this video, I'll be explaining exactly what I do to collect Rolling Rock on the Rolling Rocker 0.25 A presses. But first, we need to talk about parallel universes. But first, we need to clear something up. I know what you're thinking. An A press is an A press. You can't say it's only a quarter. Well, TJ.
Bro, did he really? Oh my god.
Henry, Yoshi.
Oh no.
You need to update your home.
A press is a press.
An A press actually has one part to it. When A is pressed, and together, this forms one complete A.
So how is it 0.5?
Okay,
Or sorry, 0.25.
Now it's time to build up some speed, and I mean a lot of speed.
Okay.
Now, you're probably wondering what I'm gonna need all this speed for. After all, I do build up speed for 32,767 hours, but to answer that, we need to talk about TikTok clock. Okay, so a short while ago, Kaiman showed me a video on Twitch which caught my attention. I'll play you the video now.
Okay, alright. I haven't seen this one before.
I'm a scat man.
As you can see, this Twitch player, Dota Teabag, was very high for seemingly no reason. So, proceeding under the assumption that this is a new glitch, this would be the ideal plan. First, we reproduce the glitch. Second, then finally, we exploit the glitch.
True.
I myself have tried to reproduce the glitch, but have had no success. Which is why I decided to put a bounty on this glitch of $1. That's right.
Oh.
The first person to reproduce the glitch and send it to me will be rewarded.
Wow. Okay. All right,
so now
we're getting
finally
serious.
ready to resume the main video and watch the PU movement. Just kidding. First, I need to explain the Pedro spot, and it's pretty powerful. You see, once upon a time, a guy named Pedro showed the ABC crew a magical spot in Cool Mountain, where Mario seemed to get stuck. And there you have it, Rolling Rock on the Rolling Rocker, done in 0.25 A presses. Man, I did not expect this video to become 2 minutes long when I started commentating, but I guess there was...
Bro, this is just, it's just like, it's edited. It is, okay. You know what I mean? Like, you see what I'm saying, guys? Like, that's basically where we're at. Yeah, this is just so, it's fake. Okay, Henry. All right, Henry, I see how it is. Yeah, sure. Nice try, okay? Yeah, you think we're not going to catch on to that? This game has more mechanics than Lost Ark? Yeah, exactly. Like, this is nuts. So, I had, whenever I played this game, what were the total deaths that I had? Oh, jeez. 1,500? And it took 3 hours. Right, okay, so we'll go ahead, we'll look at this. We'll see if this guy did any better than me. I'm not sure if he will or not. Jesus Christ. I didn't even...
Maybe.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh yeah, this one was hard. Yeah, this one took me... Can't win them all. I didn't, wait, I didn't even see that happen. Wait, what? Jesus. Wait, what did he just do? Oh, he bounced himself up. I get it now. Okay, never mind, I get it. Jesus. Bro, sweating? Yes. Okay. Okay, you have to get that, then you go up to... Bro. Bro, are you... Wait, he even bounced himself off the edge at the end there. Holy fuck. This guy's insane. Look. Jesus. Look. Oh my god, bro. This game looks so easy. For sure, man. For sure. So true. You're right. Wow. Is he using mouse and keyboard or controller? I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't even know you could do that. This is... fucking... Okay. So he just finished the entire level in 1 minute. Okay. It's 2 minutes for the entire area? Oh yeah, no, you're right. I'm doing it in game time. Bro, what the fuck? Jesus. He's even speedrunning a thing where you're going slow. He didn't even use the fucking... He didn't even use the leaf. Oh my god. There's no need? I guess not. Okay. Simple. That's... And he even, bro, to make himself go even faster, he even hits the side of the wall with the explosion to propel his character faster to the end goal. Watch.
Добро пожаловать. Крепко держи.
Okay. Wait, didn't I spend like... I spent a while on that one. Okay. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, you can do this? So, whenever Emmy played this game, she spent like an hour on this level. And Tips and I were watching, and like this was the day that I mauled it out and I rage quit the game. And he messaged me, he says, how validated do you feel right now? Whenever she was dying on this level over and over and over. It was like 15 minutes? Yeah. And now there's this. Oh my fucking god. Okay. That seems pretty simple. Sure, that's not... Okay. No, what? I see what he did. He used 2 of them. See, he shot that one up, and then right there, he shoots 2 of them at the exact same time to super jump. And he did it so fast, he could even do another jump on top of this thing as it's disappearing. Oh my fucking... We gotta patch this out. This is making me look bad. Yeah, we're gonna patch this out, bro. Like, this is yeah, I'm looking like a fucking idiot. Like, we gotta get rid of this. This is... It's not... Wait, did he just not even do the thing? Did he just not even do the thing?
He thought this was fun.
Can't win them all. See, guys? See, I'm not a big of an idiot. See, like, he died one time. See? Bro, he's pushing himself down? Oh my... This is fucking crazy, bro. Like, oh god, bro, this is so bro. Simple geometry. It's so simple, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Now this is where I quit. Was in the lava level. I couldn't do it, bro. Okay, that one's easy. That's easy. It's easy. It's not even hard. That's fine. Yeah, that's not even hard. This one's not really that hard. All right, this one, yeah. I remember I messed this up. See, he messed up one time. I messed this up. Wait. But I was there. I spent an hour on this almost. To be fair, I actually did do that. Because I knew that I would never actually be able to dodge them correctly, so I just RNG did that over and over and over. But I also died like 20 times in order for that to happen. I was on this one for a while too, because you have to turn around. And he's just... Okay. I didn't even know you could go that way. I went the other way.
Слишком далеко.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, bro. Like...
Не могу достать.
Bro.
Я не готова применить это заклинание.
That I was struggling on. That's what I want to see, like... What the fuck? You're supposed to use the vent. Okay, this one, I remember I didn't struggle this much on this one. This one was easy. This one's easy. I beat this one too, it was easy.
This is the one that I could not fucking do, bro. Like, this is the one that broke me. Like, I never recovered from this level. Because it took me so long to, like, go up on each one of these. Because I had to jump up on each one of these, so it was...
Подождать. Мне нужно подойти ближе. Не сейчас. Я пока не могу произнести это заклинание.
Блять, что? Блять, что?
I never even thought of it.
Мне нужна цель. Это было бы воровством.
I didn't know you could... Isn't it kind of a relief to see it done this way, though? I mean, it's something. Y'all remember this? Like, I mauled it over this for so long, bro. I was here... This one's not that bad. This was not that bad either. Okay, this is the one that this is the one that I gave up on. I gave up on this one. I couldn't beat it.
Я не готова применить это заклинание.
Where's the lava? There's... Yeah, I'd never beat this. Yeah, nope, that would have never happened. I'm just being honest. So I didn't even get halfway through the level. That's crazy. So I didn't even realize that. Damn.
Thank you.
Wait, so it is another... there's a whole area up here. I knew there was a moon area, but I didn't realize that... Okay. What the... What the... Okay. think I could have done that one. Okay. I couldn't have done it that fast, bro. Like.
Wait, oh, so that shit turns you upside down.
Oh my fucking god, bro. Like. This. Jesus. Приветствую. Удачи. I just, man, guys, man, I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't even know what the fuck's happening right now. Like, give me a minute. We gotta go back. What the fuck?
Вот я ставил портрет, ссылка. Какие-то там два смотри.
Jesus Christ. Prasha was perfect. Oh my god. Oh, so you have to use... Bro, what the fuck was that? Oh my god. Calculated? I guess so. This is insane. This is insanely god game design. Just so you know, I'm pretty sure it's 2 guys that made this game. Yeah. Just did the game. Oh my fuck. Oh. Man. So each one of those changes the gravity. Wait, so you have to do the entire level upside down? Okay. Okay, I get it. What? What even I don't even... So each one of these is changing the gravity. Okay. Oh my fucking god. Wow. Well, there it is. 10-minute game. I guess so. I will link you their channel. I think this might be the owner of $10,000. This may be a $10,000 owner. There's the video right there. Holy fuck, man. Oh my god. Oh my god. With probably 30 hours practice? Yes, I guess so. Looks like I'm bad at games. I can see why you say that. Oh my god. Earned it? I guess so. Earned it. She's really good. I can fucking see that. Bro, this level was fucking crazy. It's a girl. That's what people are saying. I'm not sure. Oh my god. Wow. This had to be from memory? Yeah, I guess so. That is nuts, man. God damn. Was it a blindfold attempt? Just chill out. The sub 10? Yeah, this is insane, man. Like, I did not expect it to be that fast. I'm gonna be honest. Like, man.
Democrat scam,
All true.
and he had to go through that.
Chat, why does it look at my
The Democrat scam, and he had to go through that, and he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war.
Really, T?
And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff.
Really,
He had
Big
nothing
T?
to do with
On
it. It
national
came out of
television?
Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's
50
bedroom.
months Pag Bounce
It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia.
I'm sorry, what is going on? Ah!
Chat, what is up with this?
Ah! Look at him!
The 51
Marco Rubio's face!
No, it's the one right here. It's the wrong face. It's the one right here.
Me, Shifty Adam Schiff, it was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was a...
A brawl. Interesting. Real and true. Actually real. Chat. Lib Tuz will say this way, by the way. It's kind of crazy.
About the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr.
are not
President,
strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring him into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have problems.
And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent
he is the
the
go-to
destruction?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems.
Okay, I respect that. Is it? I don't like when people compound questions. Hold on. He has a question. Doesn't have an answer. I think you should answer two questions at a time. Are you asking a question, or are you making an answer? Brother, answer a question. Get the answer. Ask another question. He has two questions.
But you have nice ocean, and don't feel now. But you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know that.
bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly
this.
what
I'm not
You're in
dictating.
no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
You will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about
From the
it.
very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position.
I
You don't
was
have
in
the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country.
Тиранда ничего не смыслит в государственных делах. Я вижу то, что ей недоступно.
No, even today, you went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Interesting. Interesting.
55 months no welcome to the jungle. Good luck in CS today.
Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if you do own a suit?
Yeah, problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not respecting.
I don't have such.
Chat, what is like? This is like a rap battle with like hecklers. Chat, what the fuck even is this? Chat, are these like presidential cucks or something like that? I don't get it. These are like watching. These are watching and commenting from the side. Like look at them with the little hands crossed. It's kind of cute.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish. Okay. Yes, maybe.
Don't talk to my king like that. Do not speak to your grace in such manner. You understand, guy? Guy, you understand? Don't speak like that to my king. Don't do that.
Wow. Maybe something like yours, yes. Maybe something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than Thank you. Thank you for
My second question.
Chat, I don't watch the whole thing. This is kind of funny.
Yes. All right, one more question. Yeah, please.
So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now the President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014.
Yeah. So he killed.
I was not here.
Yeah, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversations.
Chad, is he saying, Chad, that what's going on right now has been happening? Chad, isn't that... Hey, I don't know about geopolitics. Isn't there a difference between occupation and pressure and some combat and some full-on, like, invasion? I feel like there's some distinction here. There's a distinction. No? Okay, so what you're saying is that what China is doing to Taiwan or whatever, right? In the boats, U.S. is not doing anything, right? But if China were to completely invade Taiwan, full out, all in, full on war, whatever, that it'd be the same response from other countries. I think that's so much short-sighted. I think that's a pretty unfair comparison. I think occupation and whatever isn't the same as a full-on invasion. Thoughts? Actually, how it's not the same. Oh, and Star Wars, a country, a territory. Interesting. I feel it was more of an analogy or an example to kind of compare the response.
And we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken the ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are not strong...
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this.
What?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you are not...
Bro, what is this guy speaking broad terms? Like, I'm talking about peace in the world that will bring back the prosperity of the planet Earth to some specific question or whatever. As a rebuttal, like I'm so confused.
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the President for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to. I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have
And
problems.
do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
That.
You
Don't,
will not have. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't
God
know
bless.
That.
You
Don't,
will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering
position to dictate that. Remember this.
I'm not
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influenced.
We're going to feel very good.
How is that wrong? Brother, have you played the game of Risk before, brother? Brother, imagine if you have an agreement, okay, between the bottom of South America to the fucking to Greenland to Alaska, okay? You're chilling. You hold these three zones, and that's kind of technically it's kind of what they have already, right? With the free exchange agreement or whatever. All of America is kind of solid, like, right? All of America is solid. It's not like anybody's gonna fucking like pull up by some fucking boat or some shit like that. Look at EU. EU is like this massive piece of land. It's like a rumble. It's like a brawl, brother. Like
very strong.
That's the ball game.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards.
It's not a bad analogy. Holding Europe is fucking impossible in Risk. I think that can also by in real life it's gonna hard.
Not in a good position
because it is historically because of how the land is made and how it's divided. There's a lot of conflict. There's a lot of friction in history, right? Let me just go back to that. I was listening.
I was beginning
and he
of the
happens
war.
to be right about
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. But right now, you don't. Yeah, you're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. It's back to you. Far more than a lot of people say they should have.
Have you said thank you once?
A lot of times.
Я польщина.
Even today.
You said thank you. You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation.
Okay, devil's advocate. I feel like the way that they're trying to direct this dialogue is to make them look thankful because population is already mad at the government that's sending their tax money to another country. They're like, oh, dude, stop sending them money. We need money. That's the current dialogue that people have out there, right? And if they look ungrateful, it's like, oh, dude, we're losing, and on top of that, they're not being respected, whatever. Now that's gonna cause some like public unrest. That's what I think. That maybe my read is complete dog shit. I think that's what they're trying to do.
For the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are saying. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you through
I
this
said
stupid president $350 billion. We gave you military equipment, and your men are brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I tell you.
Say thank you.
I said a lot of times thank you to American people.
Except that there are disagreements.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you can kind of read the room here, brother. I think this guy can maybe get the gist that they're trying to like make him look thankful, whatever, because of public unrest or whatever. I mean, brother, he said it in the past, right? It seems like they want to do these theatrics, no? Maybe not look like a bitch ass, but I think he's trying to make him do the theatrics, no?
I said a lot of times thank you to American people.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on here. I think it's very.
Then explain what you're trying to do then, because I mean, why would they do all this press fucking Oval Office thing? Why would they do that then? Oh, just ego. Got it. Okay.
Important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards. You're buried there. Your people are dying. You're running low on soldiers. Listen, you're running low on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing. And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
With guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire. What they think.
That wasn't with me.
For you
that wasn't with me. That was with a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person. That was with Obama.
It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry.
It's going to be a tough deal to make because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks this?
I'm confused. So what do you want? He wants him to say what? He wants him to say, yes, your grace, my king, thank you for everything. My absolute beautiful man. I owe the world to you, and now let's get this done, right? If he does that, and it happens, it doesn't seem like a big compromise. I mean, you guys can say stroke his ego, but let's be honest, guys. This is diplomacy and politics, fucking 101, brother. Sometimes, when I'm just saying, devil's advocate over here, okay? Well, I mean, I'm saying, when you're on the low ground, sometimes you gotta do some things to get back on the equal footing.
Talks. What do we do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And
okay, so his argument is that he made a trade hostage or trade prisoner deal, and under the other administration they broke it. So now he's trying to say, oh, now if we do a deal, he's gonna break it or whatever. So let's not do this, right? But Trump is trying to counter and say, yo, if you guys sign this or whatever, right? He won't break it or whatever. But he wants assurances that if they do break it, that they're gonna help more.
I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States, and your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. You'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty.
Надо подождать. Я пока не могу произнести это заклинание.
Wouldn't it be put on the world stage that the United States lie though if they don't help or whatever, if they break it? Because why don't they just take the deal then? Why don't they just take the deal? I'm confused now. If they take the deal, it's World War III. Isn't the deal ceasefire though? Confused.
But you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think, huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right, we'll see what we can do about putting it together. Thank you. Thanks.
The minerals? I don't know how this. I don't understand this, any of this news. So I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like this is a fucking joke, though. Having some like weird display of like they're not on the same page, they're not on the same wavelength in a televised room is a fucking disaster. What a joke. Like what a joke. It's why you hold this behind closed doors. If there's a miscommunication or there's a misplay in energy, you can kind of say, oh yeah, this is not what we meant. We meant this, whatever. But now they're on camera in front of the whole world, and now they have to play the cards perfectly, and they have to look at the public perfect. And if there's a miscom, nope, we're not gonna get bitched. What if you're in the United States? We fucking sound business now.
Просто в этой игре нельзя прыгать нормально, нахуй. Ну почему, нахуй? Ну почему я не могу выбрать, как я хочу прыгать? Ну почему?
Okay, brother, like, what a stupid thing. Like, this is why is it even on camera anyway? What a joke.
Видимо, здесь нельзя именно физически запрыгать, никак. Любая логика, вот, блядь, просто, ну...
You wanna have an analogy that you can understand?
Просто. Еще за бред ебаный.
PBJ with fucking rappers saying, oh yo, can't smoke or whatever.
Wow.
You think if he said that off stream, that the same response would have happened? Fuck no. Absolutely fucking not. Yeah, maybe a little bit of a friction or whatever, right? Right? But you got probably would have left the whole thing and not come back. They didn't want to be bitched on camera or whatever, right? So the fact that it's on camera, it's different. The nature of the interaction is completely changed. So why have something that's serious on camera? Well, because it's not serious, probably. It's just some bullshit.
Чем могу помочь?
If it was an actual strategizing, I mean, it'd be behind closed doors. What the fuck is this? what it is.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to have President Zelensky of Ukraine. And we've been working very hard, very close. So we've actually known each other for a long time. We've been dealing with each other for a long time and very well. We had little negotiation spat, but that worked out good. I think for both.
I do think that the wearing a suit's kind of chilled. I'm not gonna lie. I think the message that like, oh, the country's at war or whatever. You have to be kind of more unified with the people type thing. Like
countries, I think for the world actually, beyond both countries. And we have something that is a very fair deal. And we look forward to getting in and digging, getting some of the rare earth. But it means we're going to be inside, and it's a big commitment from the United States, and we appreciate it.
You see the world like this. Is this politically involved? Like, there's no suit is the last thing he's worried about. Imagine thinking that this isn't like picked out and tailored beforehand or whatever, and chosen for this in a way that a suit wouldn't be. It is the exact same method, except they just didn't choose a suit. Like, you're crazy. Like, what world do you live in? That you think that this guy just... Oh, he's just chill like that. He just chose to wear that. Bro, it's the sweater he picked on the way out of the house when he met the president. You're radicalized, dumb fucking libtard brain. Bro, it's just the shirt. He chose that thing. That's what I would say. That's what I said when I'm the president. Holy shit.
And we will continue to do that. We have had some very good discussions with Russia. I spoke with President Putin, and we're going to try and bring this.
Надо подождать.
Просто мерзость нахуй, ну просто мерзость, блядь, просто мерзость, просто в рамках идеальной достаточности. Заебало нахуй. Похуй, у меня перс умер, блядь. Ебаная мерзость нахуй. Неудача. Именно неудача.
It's about showing about professionalism. Brother, look at the fucking Pursuit of Happiness. Will Smith's movie. Yeah, the guy's broke as fuck. The guy can't afford food or whatever. Can't afford to fucking sleep at night.
Я не готова применить это заклинание.
Oh, nah. What? You think that's just why? Because it's just, bro. It's about display. It's about professionalism. It's about fucking legitimizing your operation. Like
to a close with something that you want and that he wants.
People take you seriously.
Negotiate a deal.
I'm confused.
But we've started the confines of the deal, and I think something can happen. The big thing is the number of soldiers, mostly at this point, but soldiers being killed. They're losing thousands of soldiers. So both sides are losing a lot of soldiers, and we want to see it stop. And we want to see it put to different kinds of use, like rebuilding.
Al Pagan, you act like you couldn't anybody in that room out in the
Я не готова применить это заклинание.
Suit jacket or a blazer, keep that shit out. Like, you act like it's like some, bro. It's a deliberate choice. And
Не могу
standing on
достать.
things on it.
Чё он, блядь, горит
Like,
серым,
it's
кстати?
it's
Ебало
not like
нахуй.
calculated. It's crazy. I don't know. Like, you live in fantasy.
We've had a lot of very good conversations. We'll say until we came along, the Biden administration didn't speak to Russia whatsoever. They didn't speak to anybody. They just allowed this to continue. And I will say that, I'll say in front of you, you've heard me say it 1,000 times, if I were president, this war would have never happened. We would have had a deal negotiated for you without having to go through what you've gone through. But your soldiers have been unbelievable. We've given them great equipment, but somebody has to use the equipment. They've been unbelievably brave, and we give them great credit. This was supposed to be over very quickly, and here we are 3 years later. So I give tremendous credit to your generals and your soldiers and yourself in the sense that it's been very hard fighting, very tough fighting, great fighters. And you have to be very proud of them from that standpoint. But now we want to get it over with. It's enough. We want to get it over with. So It's an honor to have you here. Thank you very much for coming. We're going to sign the agreement at the conference in the East Room in a little while, right after lunch. And we'll be having lunch together. We're also discussing some other things. And we appreciate everybody being here. It's somewhat of an exciting moment, but the really exciting moment is when they stop the shooting or we end up with a deal. And I think we're fairly close to getting that, and an honor to have you. And please, I'd like to say something.
No, thank you so much, Mr. President. Thank you for invitation. And really, I hope that this first document, will be first step to real security guarantees for Ukraine, our people, our children. I really count on it. And of course, we count that America will not stop support. Really, for us, it's very important to support and to continue it. I want to discuss it with details further during our conversation, and of course, the infrastructure or security guarantees. Because for today, I understand what Europe is ready to do. And of course, I want to discuss with you what United States will be ready to do. And I really count on your strong position to stop Putin. And you said that enough with the war. I think that is very important, Ben, to say these words to Putin at the very beginning. At the very beginning of war, because he is a killer and terrorist. But I hope that together we can stop him. But for us, it's very important to, to save our country, our values, our freedom and democracy, and of course, no compromises with the killer about our territories, but it will be later. And of course, what I wanted, we spoke about it by phone with you about the drones production. We have very good drones production. I think the best one in the world for today because of the war. Yes, and of course, we need very much the air defense. You have the best air defense in the world, and really you helped us under attacks of Russians, and I want to speak how we can exchange the licenses. We're open to share the licenses of all our drones with you, of course, with the United States, and we need licenses for quick production of air defense. Even after the war, we need our nation to be calm. We are secure. That's why we need this air. And of course, about this, I want to speak about the contingents. I think that France and UK and we know that Europe is ready, but without the United States, they will not be ready to be as strong as we need. And the last point, last not least, about exchange about our people and children. And you know that these crazy Russians, they stolen 20,000 of children, Ukrainian children. They changed their names, they changed their families, relatives, and now they're in Russia. We want to bring them back, and really, it's a big, big dream, task, and goal for me. And we exchanged, we just released more than 4,000 warriors from Russia. More in the prison. I wanted to share with you some images.
Я не готова применить это заклинание.
Can I now?
Yeah, please.
One minute. I just you to understand in what circumstances, in what situation they are.
Я пока что не могу это использовать.
That guys, just you before and after. You see before and after, just you to understand. Now thousands of such guys, ladies and men, there, and that. So they don't eat, they beat them, and they do a lot of bad things. So out of, even during the war, there are rules. Everybody knows there are rules during the war. So these guys, they don't have any rules. You see that 50, 60 kilograms left, and a lot of such things. And I didn't want to show you what the changes with images of children, because I will just share with you. And I mean, it's looking tragic.
Yep, it's tough stuff.
Yeah, I wanted very much to give you, and you see it.
Yeah.
This is pastor, by the way. They stolen pastors, because it's not Russian church. They stolen pastors and moved pastors to the prison. We, at the end of last year, we brought 3 pastors. And, we could exchange them. And this is pastor, you see.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, so I mean, this I wanted to show you, and this. So thank you very much.
We want to get that in, right?
Yeah, of course, we will.
Yeah, I think we will. And
We have to, of course.
do you have any questions, please?
How much money is the U.S. going to put into the fund that is being created today, and how does this provide long-term security for Ukraine?
Well, we don't know exactly how much because we're going to be putting some money in a fund.
Chat, yes, chat, this might sound insane. Okay. Why don't they just say, yo, if y'all do all that, we're gonna send a nuclear bomb? Well, I'm just asking, because they have all the nuclear bombs, right? They got all the juice, right? They go, yo, stop invade, or we're throwing a nuclear bomb. What? What? I don't get it. Explain it. Yeah, World War III. So nobody wants that. So don't do dumb shit. So why are people allowed to do dumb shit? Why are countries allowed still to do dumb shit? I don't understand it.
That we're going to get.
Flat out invading in the current year is insane. Okay, that's crazy.
Надо подождать.
Don't invade. If you invade, there's no reason for any country to invade. Okay, so then if you invade, nuclear bomb. And then boom. Confused.
From the raw earth that we're going to be taking and sharing in terms of revenue. So it's going to be a lot of money will be made from the sale and from the use of raw earth. And as you know, our country doesn't have
exactly mutually assured destruction, so don't do it.
Much raw earth. We have a lot of oil and gas, but we don't have a lot of the raw earth. And what we do have is protected by the environmentalists, but that could be unprotected. But still, it's not very much. They have among the best in the world in terms of raw earth. So we're going to be using that, using it for all of the things we do, including AI and including weapons and the military, and it's really going to very much satisfy our needs. So it's something that just worked out really well. We have a lot of oil and we have a lot of gas, we have a lot, but we don't have raw earth. So this has just
AI,
every component of the raw earth that we need.
I wonder how he feels about his AI like investment to 4.5 vibes.
I think they're going to have great luck.
China, open source, guy in his basement is killing our AI way better these days. But listen, President, what we did with the $1 billion, what we have for you, we got vibes. Listen, everything else failed, but for today, we've got a lot of vibes, and it's getting a lot better on the vibes department.
Once we make the
like,
agreement,
holy
that's
shit.
going to be 95% of it. They're not going to go back to fighting. I've spoken with President Putin, and I feel very strong. I've known him for a long time, and I feel very strongly that they're very serious about it, and we'll make a deal. And when the deal is made, I don't think. We talk about security. Everyone's talking about the other day. All they talked about was security. I said, let me make the deal first. I have to make the deal first. I don't worry about security right now. We have to have a deal because right now, last week, 2,000 soldiers died on both sides. 2,000, and they're losing 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a week. So as we sit here and we talk, people are getting shot and dying on the battlefield.
I mean, yeah, that's got to stop.
No, they're not American soldiers, but they're Russian soldiers and they're Ukrainian soldiers, and we want to be able to stop it. And we want to be able also to spend money on other things. We don't want to. This is a tremendous amount of money, and what the Biden administration did was terrible. They were giving money, but he had no security on the money.
Nobody should die in these wars.
But they had security. It was in the form.
Well, it's deplorable. These are like really young men with like futures ahead of them. They're fighting a battle and for some cause they probably don't even understand or probably don't know the actual full extent of those. They're just being sent to the grinder.
Of a loan, they get their money back, and we didn't. And now, at least we're protected because the American taxpayer has to be protected too. But this is an incredible agreement for Ukraine because We have a big investment in their country now, and what they have.
You understand that? No. That's not what I meant. Of course, I understand that in their perspective, yeah, it's fighting for the country. That's always going to be the. You're a soldier. You're going to war. You're going to defend your country. You're going to like it. Yeah, that's the core ideology. What I mean is that the higher strategy / politics behind it. Like these guys are making like fucking like deals and moves, whatever, and the cost of that is sending people to fucking the grinders. What I meant, like, how do you understand
very few people
speaking?
have.
I was
and
clear
we're
what I was
able
saying.
to really go forward with very, very high-tech things and many other things, including weaponry that we're going to use in many locations, but that we need for our country. This allows us to do that.
Will you continue?
I'm sorry. Can I?
Yes, go ahead, please.
If I can just yes. In the document, there is one of the very important points. If we speak about business and investment, we never have LNG terminals in Ukraine. This document will open. I mean, the next documents, but anyway, here.
President Zelensky, do you feel like the U.S. is on your side? That the President Trump is on your side at this moment?
What do you think?
He wants to know, do you think that, sort of a stupid question. I guess we wouldn't be here if I wasn't. But
I think that the United States on our side from the very beginning of occupation.
I got a record check.
And I think that President Trump on our side, and of course, I'm sure that the United States President will not.
I mean, you think, brother, who else would be sending fucking bazillion dollars of fucking equipment and shit like that? What the fuck?
Not stop support. This is crucial for us. It's important for us. Yes.
No. Putin's what I meant. Bro, hey guys, it wasn't. The question wasn't to face value. I'm just saying, if somebody is sending you billions of dollars of equipment, what else are they but an ally?
The president speaks about the people and the soldiers which are dying, but they came to our territory, they came to our land. They began this war, and they have to stop. And I think this is the question, was really the most important question. Can President Trump...
Investment, war profiter, whatever, yeah, you are talking about diplomacy and war since its probably first iteration back to the fucking cave ages. You act like this is like some fucking... Like, oh man, you live in fucking fantasy world. I don't get it.
I hope yes, with some other allies to stop Putin withdraw these enemies, our enemy, withdraw these troops from our land. And I think that you asked about the history. I think that if President or when he will stop, if President Trump will bring peace to our country, I think he will be on this wall.
I've had very, very good talks.
What about military aid to Ukraine?
President Zelensky just said that there'd be no compromises with Vladimir Putin. I just wanted to ask both of you. Firstly, are there compromises that you think that President Zelensky is going to have to make? And President Zelensky, is there anything that you think that you may be able to offer?
Guys, let me pause. Thank you. Dude, my nail bed chat is fuck check as in. The nail doesn't grow properly anymore, okay? And it grows off the fucking skin, and I gotta rip it. Dude. I need to like remove the stem. Look at that. But watch this. This is literally the actual full stem of my small toenail. That is literally like the fabricator. I have to pull the. Isn't it kind of massive, brother? Look at that. It's kind of massive. It's like the beginning.
I think you're going to have to always make compromises. You can't do any deals without compromises. So certainly he's going to have to make some compromises, but hopefully they won't be as big as some people think you're going to have to make. That's all. It's all we can do. I'm here as an arbitrator, as a mediator to a certain extent between two parties that have been very hostile. To put it mildly, they've been very hostile. There's been a vicious war. There's been a vicious war. You know, it's a very level battlefield, and those bullets go out, and as I've said many times, we were talking about it with Pete, many times the only thing stopping those bullets is a human body. And in the case we're talking about, generally young human bodies are stopping a lot of bullets. It's dead level. That's why it's great farmland. It's great land. It's great farmland, but there's very little protection against the bullets that are being, and other things that are being shot. So all I can do is see if I can get everybody at the table and get an agreement. And I think we're going to end up with an agreement. Otherwise, I wouldn't probably be even here today.
That's it.
Do you think ultimately your legacy will be the peacemaker, not the president that led this country into another war and ended foreign wars?
I hope it will. I mean, I hope I'm going to be remembered as a peacemaker. This would be a great thing if we could do this. I'm doing this to save lives more than anything else. Second,
you guys said bootlicker, but listen, this is how you are allowed to ask tough questions. You go to these rooms as an interviewer, you ask the most blazing, yo, Mr. Trump, could you explain it? How you do it, waking up every day so handsome, so good, so cool, so leadership, so worldwide winner of election, Juice Lord God. And then you go next time and say, Mr. President, how are you so handsome? You keep asking those questions over, you ask 9 of them, on the 10th time, boom, now you ask your real question. It's an investment. 9 good questions for Glaze, 1 good question to be re-invited to these. Otherwise, these guys get kicked out. I mean, it's survival. It is what it is. It's just politics. Like what?
So I hope I'm going to thank you, Brian, for that question. It was a nice question. I hope I'll be known and recognized as a peacemaker. This would be a great thing to solve. This is a very dangerous situation. You know, this could lead to a third world war. This was headed in the wrong direction. If this election were lost, if we didn't win this election, and by the way, we won it by a lot. That was a mandate. We won every swing state. We won the popular vote by millions and millions of votes. We won everything.
See? Look at that. Look at that. Guy asked a question, a glazer. Look at that. Look at that. The donut is so glazed with it, it's nothing but glaze. Well, it's a solidified glazed crystal.
Of red. Take a look at it.
It goes on a rant for fucking 10 minutes. I'm not self-glazed.
This was one of the things. I said, we're going to get this thing settled. If we didn't win, I think this could have very well ended up in a third world war, and that would not have been a good situation. What was your second question?
My second question for President Zelensky.
No.
Do you ever, why don't you
XQCM.
Why?
There's a highest level in this country's office, and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see, do you own a suit?
Yeah, you have problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting
I don't have
the
such.
office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish. Okay. Yes, maybe one, maybe something like yours. Yes, maybe something better. I don't.
The world of business is gonna cringe. You have to play the part, and it's theatrics. You gotta play you gotta wear a costume. You gotta wear their costume. Sell the parts. It is what it is. If you say no, you don't. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You gotta wear the costume. Okay, that's just what it is.
No, we will see. Maybe something cheaper than. Yeah.
Слишком
Thank
далеко.
you.
That man is nobody without the mask.
Yeah, we're going to have arms too.
Joker is just another asylum patient without the makeup.
Hopefully I won't have to send very much because hopefully we're going to have it finished. We're looking forward to finishing
Сначала
this
нужно
quickly.
выбрать цель.
We're not looking forward to sending a lot of arms. We're looking forward to getting the war finished so we can do other things. But we very much appreciate the agreement because we needed what they had, and we're treating, our country is now treated fairly. Biden didn't do that. He didn't know what the hell he was doing. This should have never happened. This should have never started. But, sure, the answer is yes, but hopefully we won't have to send much because I'm looking forward to getting it done quickly, very quickly.
Does that mean you provide security guarantees, Mr. President?
Yeah, I mean, I'd be worried if we didn't want
помочь?
this is
Берегись
forget
себя.
about the people's lives. Yeah, self-interest as well. this is draining the funds to a crisp.
I want to talk about security yet because I want to get the deal done. You know, you fall into the same trap like everybody else. 1,000,000 times you say it over and over. I want to get the deal done. Security is so easy. That's about 2% of the problem. I'm not worried about security. I'm worried about getting the deal done.
Oh, it's not? Then let's take let's take chat's perspective and say that it's not. Let's take chat's opinion about this and then just pull out. So then fuck it. Send nothing. Take all weapons back. Send $0. And because if it's nothing, then don't do it. Then don't bother. Just fucking take everything back and then redistribute it to the people.
The security is the.
Oh wait. Oh, now it's something. Oh, wait a minute. Now it's something. I thought it wasn't anything. Like, what the fuck are you guys even talking about? Holy shit! You cannot have it both ways.
Easy.
What a dumbass fucking.
Is very nice.
Bro, libtardism has fucked your brain.
Europe put people there. I know France is going to. I know the UK is going to. I know other countries are going to, and they have.
What's up? What's up? Sorry, I was watching a video. What's up? Oh, that's really cute. Thank you.
Can I get a welcome to the jungle?
I like it. Yeah, it's really cute.
It's like a better long sleeves.
That is sick. I love it. Thank you. It's very cute. Thank you.
I'll put it.
That's drip.
Oh.
I'm already really ugly.
I was showing the things that I got. You like?
That's drip. I'm gone.
You guys like it?
Yeah, thank you very much. Can you put it on the bed, please?
Hello,
so it doesn't
Rex, can I get a welcome to my jungle?
Happen to be right next door. We haven't committed, but we can conceive.
What's that? Thank you. Bye-bye.
You know, we have security in it.
Well, I'm just saying, how much money is sending you? You act like it's not in U.S. best interest to end this quickly, like it's not costing them a lot of money.
W sister W.
Oh, it's only weapons. Dude. It's only weapons. I forgot when you spawn in, they give it to you. So that, who gives a fuck? Because nobody paid for this shit, right? I mean, it's spawned in, so fuck it. I mean, why don't you just give them away then? Yo, let's do a giveaway. Giveaway of fucking massive weapons and javelins that are cutting edge technology. Fuck it, this is sick. I love this, actually.
We'll have workers there digging, taking the raw earth so that we can create a lot of great product.
You want to complain it's all weapons? Make new ones. Hey, the new ones then. Go ahead. You use your super advanced cutting edge technology country and factories and make them then. Make them into just old. Bro, it's insane. Like, bro, what the fuck are you guys even talking about, man?
In this country. So in that sense, you have something. But
all the equipment needs to be stored, maintained, shipped,
speaking to France,
like researched. Like,
they were here
what the fuck?
Last week and just the other day.
The cost that they paid for those guns went into R&D for newer guns. It's all part of this ecosystem. Don't take a part of an ecosystem and say, it's only this, it's only that. I understand because I'm from the left, I'm a libtard. I know how this works. You don't use it anymore. Just give it to me. You're such a fucking dumbass.
They have committed to a lot of security. I don't think you're going to need much security. I think once this deal gets done, it's over. Russia's not going to want to go back, and nobody's going to want to go back. When this deal ends, I really believe this deal is going to be over. Question? Yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much.
President, thank you.
Thank you.
Macron and Keir Starmer at the White House this past week, both of whom praised your courage and conviction to lead the pathway towards.
Agatards are as dumb. The thing is, that when these talks happen, whatever, it flares the libtards out, and you guys somehow find a way to sound dumber than the guy that says, "Dingo moon, me from the right, no moon, no vaccine. He died. Did he get the jab? The jab got him. Sheesh. No moon, jab, sheesh. Holy fuck, you found a way to sound even dumber than these guys when you're saying, dude, it's old weapons, it's no money, dude. Like, holy fuck.
Yes.
Part of that involved re-engaging with Russia in diplomatic relations, something that previously was lacked.
Everybody sounds dumb. Except for me, the centrist. I'm the king.
Well, I love this guy. Who are you with? Well, that's why I like him. One American does a great job. I like the question. I think it's a very good question.
Because you guys make everything sound so simple, sound so like to face value. It's like back in the days when there was COVID and the vaccines. A lot of vaccines went to fucking waste. You know that? A lot of vaccines went to fucking nothing because they just expired. They went to nothing. Why? Because they had to give our own people, right? The vaccinate themselves, right? The U.S. people, right? They have certain supplies, certain predictions, and a lot of it was superfluous, right? But that's fine, right? That's just the cost of business, right? That is just. But then, of course, you're gonna come across people saying, "Yo, dude, why do we have like 3 times the amount that we need? A lot of it goes to waste. Just send it to other country." Yeah, that's fucking brain dead. That's a minus IQ dumbass shit. That's because that's just the way it is. Like, oh man, if people say question mark, I can't. But wait, nobody said that. Oh, have you guys completely forgotten? Dude. I don't know how much it's gonna cost exactly to go out and eat dinner. I'm gonna bring $60. Okay? Oh wow. Guys, you bought you bought a steak because you're very hungry. Oh my god, dude. It's too much food. It's too much food. You didn't eat the whole steak. There's 20% left of the steak. Dude, you should have gotten a smaller steak. Dude, dumbass. You should have ordered, obviously, the smaller one. No, sometimes there's a little bit over, and you can't send it because it's gonna rot. It's gonna rot, and it goes to waste. It's just, a massive portion of food in the United States, like meat, goes to waste. It goes to waste. It's just what it is.
It is. It's a pathway to peace. It's a pathway to getting something solved. And I feel that as the head of this country, I have an obligation to do that. Plus, we're very much involved. We got involved. It's too bad we got involved.
My hair's not turning
There
gray.
should have been no involvement because there should have been no war. And there shouldn't have been October 7th. That would have never happened. As you know, Iran was broke. They had no money to give to Hezbollah. They had no money to give to Hamas. They were stone cold broke. And then under Biden, they became rich as hell. They went from no money to $300 billion in a period of 4 years. And they gave a lot of that money away, and you see what happened. And that's a real mess also that we hope to be able to solve. But no, I appreciate your question very much. I feel I have an obligation to try and do something to stop the death.
If I can answer, yes, if I can answer, sorry, please.
And I do like your clothing, Larry.
Yeah, really?
Even though I think he's a great guy, by the way. But I don't know if you two like each other, but you know what? I think he's dressed. I think he's dressed.
I like this guy.
I think he's dressed beautiful.
So I have more serious things than answer on such questions. I will answer on more serious questions if I can. Yeah, so please, about security guarantees and about just ceasefire. We can't just speak about ceasefire and speak. It will not work. Just ceasefire will never work because I'm like a president. I have this experience, and not only me. Ukraine before my presidency from the 2014, Putin broken 25 times. 25 times he broke his own signature. 25 times he broke a ceasefire.
But he never broke to me. He never broke to me.
No, you were the president. You were the president during.
He never broke to me.
In 2016, you've been the president, Mr. President. You've been the president, but he had, of course, not with you, but he had during those periods, he had conversations with our side. And we had Normandy format, the France, Germany, Ukraine, and Russia.
Okay, wait, he said no, but then he said yes. I said no first. Maybe because they were like rapid firing, but now he agrees that during him, they didn't break it in.
Russia, and he broken 25 times. That's why we will never accept just ceasefire. It will not work without security guarantees. Security guarantees, maybe President is right about this document and not, but this document is not enough. Strong army is enough because his soldiers afraid, Putin's soldiers afraid of our soldiers when we're strong enough. If we are not strong enough, if we are empty, if our storage is empty, we can't defend our land. Today, He knows that we have all the world knows that we have meeting. Yes? Why he's using ballistic? Putin today using ballistic on our hospitals, schools, and it says ballistic. So he knows that we are here and that President Trump is really have goodwill to stop this war. And you hear now the president. So why he's using? So he doesn't want to stop. He doesn't want. But I hope that we will do it. Really, we'll do it. Security. When we speak about security guarantees, when the Europeans are ready for contingents, they need USA backstop. If there will not be United States, we will not never have any contingents, strong contingents from the Europeans, because they don't want to divide alliance, connection between the United States and the main and strongest ally and Europeans. And this is crucial, this is important. That's what we want to speak about very much. This is very important. And air defense. So, air defense, really, we have big deficit with all the systems, and we need to provide this. We need it very much. Otherwise, Putin will never stop and will go further and further. He doesn't want. He hates us, you know? It's not about me. He hates Ukrainians. He thinks that we are not a nation. He thinks, and he shares this thought. I think maybe with your team also, I don't know. But with all the Europeans, in media, official and not, he always said that there is no...
Yeah, I understand this. I understand this, that Ukraine gave up their nukes or whatever for an agreement that was broken. I'm sure if you wind the clock back, right, they probably broke a bazillion shit, right? But I think what I'm trying to read into this, maybe they're like, maybe they're trying to come to an understanding now. Is that false? Was that false? Look at it again.
Надо подождать.
Look at it. Is this propaganda? I just put out some random shit. Okay, blah blah. Okay, got it. But why are you making these books then? The 1994. I think they're trying to like modernize and talk about the now. Right? And I think the topic was if things were broken under Trump's fucking presidency. No?
Such country, such nation, such language,
I'm confused.
Such life, like Ukrainian.
That's what they were saying, no?
He really doesn't respect all the Ukrainians, and he wants to destroy us. And you are right, Mr. President. That's 2%. This document, maybe other documents, it's a very good start, very good, but it will not enough to stop this person.
Не могу достать.
Mr. President, may I one more question, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
I asked
This is the rule. This is the rule of the war. This is the rule of the war. During all the centuries, all the history, this is the rule of war. Who began those pain?
So it was the United States who said that they would protect them if they gave the nukes, and then is that true? Is that what it is? And EU. Yep. Then what does that mean though? Say that they're gonna go full on war, full on GG. I don't know the extent of what these things mean though.
Я не готова применить это заклинание.
Explain. If that's the case, they would be in NATO. And why didn't they go to NATO then? Explain. They can't. They tried. Because of flag PvP.
Мне нужно подойти ближе.
So how to stop them? So they could never stop PvPing to join that. So why are we blaming this guy and this guy? Why are we blaming fucking then why are we blaming fucking that guy? We're sneaking them in. Okay, now if you guys do that, then GG. Should they do that? Should they do that?
Я не готова применить это заклинание. Я пока не могу произнести это заклинание.
This is the rule. Putin began this war. He has to pay all money for innovation. He has to pay.
Well, I mean, you know what they say, right? If you want peace, prepare for war.
Of course, some Russian assets, what we have in Europe, about 300 billion, we can use them. We can use for innovation and buy military support for the United States also. We can do it, but it's not enough. It's not enough.
I asked this question that you didn't like because I wanted to know.
Go ahead, please. Wait 1 second.
I asked this question that you didn't like because I wanted to know if you want to position yourself in the middle between Russia and Ukraine or on the Ukraine side.
No, I'm in the middle. I want to solve this thing.
I'm just saying, it seems like if the world agreed today to full peace, it would be the exact opposite. It'd be full-on war. That's what you're saying. I'm saying is, these guys stop invading. These guys stop invading. If everybody stops invading, if we force everybody, say, and we have systems in place where we say, guys, we are no longer attacking. Anyway, stop now, boom. We would have the exact opposite. Because technically, that's what that would cause, right? Saying, yo, guys, we're not invading anymore. We're not doing that. We are putting them into the defense thing, and you guys can be part of it too if you want to. If you want to stop doing bad shit, be part of it. No, they don't want it. Okay, all good. But we can now he has attack. Boom. Now that causes war. So peace causes war. I mean, yeah, that's like
I'm for both. I want to get it solved, and it's wonderful to speak badly about somebody else, but I want to get it solved. If we can solve it, great. If we can't solve it, they're going to have to fight it out, and who knows what's going to happen. But I want to see it get solved.
May I follow up with one more question about
Hold on. Last thing I have double point. I said last time, every country has a nuke in every other country.
Я не готова применить это заклинание. Я пока не могу произнести это заклинание.
We agree, right? Boom. And if they put it to a vote, boom. If the country that attacks, they self-bomb. Boom. If somebody does something bad, right? Let's say my country does an invasion or whatever, right? They can't disarm the bomb. Their own bombs, they go off. Everybody else says, yep, bad, bing, self-bomb. You want to do something bad, you explode. Nobody does anything bad. Problem? Problem. Every bomb has to be armed and on a server as connected and ready to go at all times. You know, to be part of the game. If you don't agree with that, boom, then everybody bombs you then. Boom. Problem. World peace achieved. Any problem. Explain how this is bad. Oh, because of hackers? No. Let's be honest. Nobody hacked the fucking nuclear bomb that they fucking sent way back. Or the hackers
invasion of Ukraine. Your predecessor sent additional troops to Eastern Europe, including Poland, my country.
Yeah.
Are you committed to keeping these troops on the eastern flank of NATO in the future?
I'm very committed to Poland. I think Poland has really stepped up and done a great job for NATO. They, as you know, they've made more than they had to. They are one of the finest groups of people I've ever known. I'm very committed to Poland. Poland's in a tough neighborhood, you know.
What about the Baltics?
The Baltics.
Я не готова применить это заклинание.
We're committed. We're going to be very committed, and we're committed to NATO. But NATO has to step up, and the Europeans have to step up more than they have. And I want to see them equalize because they are in for far less than we're in, and they should be at least equal. You understand that?
Chat, the Balkans and the Baltics, right? Is that what he mixed up or not? Am I Brendan?
Why is the United States, we have an ocean in between. Why is the United States in for so much more money?
Baltics and Baltics. What's the difference? It's the same word.
Money and other things as Europe. With that being said, as you said, they've
that right?
also
The
been
Balkans.
obviously very helpful. But we have put in far more than they have, and I think they should equalize.
Like the East Europe, like zone.
Gave President Zelensky the agreement, and today for the signing.
We made a deal. So
What was the
I'm a business person. We made a deal. That's what changed. I didn't think we were going to make a deal, and we ended up making the deal. So that changed. You know?
How do you envision a trilateral summit with President Zelensky and?
I don't know, but well, they don't like each other. I can tell you that. Okay, they do not like each other. This is not a love match, and it's unfortunate. That's why you're in this situation. The United States should not have allowed this to happen. Okay, the United States, run by a man that didn't know much.
I think I understand this. That Europe has paid more than the U.S. and I think that just kind of makes sense just because of geolocation, right? I would assume. I mean, it's right there, right? I'm sure there is some form of mutual interests type thing of not having some fucking buster start pushing through the territory like they can do whatever the fuck they want. When you're like the neighbors.
Run by an incompetent person, very incompetent person, should never have allowed this to happen. I've stopped wars. I've stopped many wars. My people will tell you, I stopped wars that nobody ever heard about. I stopped wars before they ever started. You can look at some of, I could give you a lot of nations that would tell you right now they were probably going to war. I could tell you right now there's a nation thinking about going to war on something that nobody in this room has ever even heard about. Two smaller nations, but big, still big. And I think I've stopped it. But this should have never happened.
Sorry, just a second. About any negotiations. First of all, I want really to tell you, and I think that everybody understands that Ukraine, more than Ukrainians, nobody wants to stop this war. But at the future, any negotiations, it's understandable that two sides of the war, not Russia and the United States, because this is not the war between Russia and the United States. This is a war of Russia against Ukraine and Ukrainian people. So these two sides will be at the anyway will be at the negotiation table. Then of course United States, like the strongest partner of the Ukraine, and of course Europe. I think Europe is very important. I want to speak about it with the president. Yes, Europe is very important for us because we